We're continuing to track the impact COVID-19 is making all across the world, but right now, we, the United States, are being hit the hardest.
President Trump tweeting tonight, he has asked the CDC to issue a strong travel advisory when it comes to the states New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. Here's Fox's Alex Hogan with the latest.
The novel coronavirus outbreak is accelerating. The number of confirmed cases is surging as the death toll continues to rise as the virus spreads rapidly worldwide.
There are now more than 500,000 confirmed cases of COVID-19 and more than 20,000 deaths.
The United States has become the epicenter of the global coronavirus pandemic, leading the world with the highest number of cases, surpassing Italy and China, where the infection was first detected.
As we gather today, our country is at war with an invisible enemy.
Despite efforts to mitigate the virus in the U.S., the number of confirmed cases has skyrocketed in New York. With more than 44% of the cases in the country, New York remains the epicenter for the U.S. epidemic.
This great ship behind me is a 70,000-ton message of hope and solidarity to the incredible people of New York.
As America's crisis over the coronavirus intensifies, a growing number of hotspots is emerging. That's from coast to coast, including Detroit, Chicago, and New Orleans. California also experiencing a cluster of COVID-19 cases.
That's why physical distancing remains the most important thing we can do to meet this moment.
Kentucky is also seeing a spike in the number of coronavirus cases.
Today, we are reporting 92 new cases of the coronavirus, but thankfully we have no confirmed deaths here in the Commonwealth today.
The World Health Organization says 4 different drugs will be tested against the coronavirus, with 45 countries participating in this trial and 4 others asking to participate. In New York, Alex Hogan, Fox News.
In other national news, the Washington Post reporting workers for the grocery delivery app Instacart, they're planning an emergency strike on Monday. Strike organizers say they want better protections from the coronavirus, hazard pay, and a default tip set at 10%. Organizers say the strike will last until Instacart agrees to their terms. So far, the company has said it will provide bonuses for in-store shoppers, shift leads, and site managers.
The IRS is already giving you a little more time to file your federal taxes, and it turns out there's some other breaks available as well. If you're currently on a payment plan with the IRS, you can pause payments from April 1st to July 15th. However, interest will still accrue on the balance, and you'll still have to pay it in full eventually. The IRS also won't start any new audits before July 15th, and they will suspend some collections and property seizures until then.
COVID-19 creating shortages from toilet paper and now to prescription drugs. Why this could soon be a reality.
Well, the cloud's thinning out. Showers have been pushing away. We're getting a break right now, but you don't have to look too far upstream for our next storm. When does it all hit, and how long will these showers linger? I'll let you know after the break.
Watch is brought to you by Nissan. Choose Nissan today. Shop ChooseNissan.com.
It's gonna be okay.
Victory is greatest when you've met defeat. Let's conquer.
Comparing Honda to the competition? That's already been done. Both Civic and Accord are best compact and midsize by KBB, and Civic is most wanted by Edmunds. Drive a new Honda Civic LX, $189 a month. When you compare, you know you want a Honda. Visit UtahHondaDealers.com.
When we face adversity, we find a way through it. It's about taking care of each other. It's the small parts that make a big difference. At Chevy, we promise to do ours. We're offering Chevy owners complimentary OnStar Crisis Assist services and Wi-Fi data. If you need a new Chevy, interest-free financing for 84 months with deferred payments for 120 days on many of our most popular models. You may even shop online and take delivery at home. It's just our way of doing our part.
You met on an app. Delete it.
Why?
He's the one.
Huh?
I see something else. A star with 3 points. You're in a Mercedes.
We wish.
Wish granted. With 4 models starting under $37,000, there could be a Mercedes-Benz in your very near future at the spring event. Lease the A220 sedan for just $349 a month with credit toward your first month's payment at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier. Hey! My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise. Who's the dummy now?
Forget Allstate. Where good drivers save 40% for avoiding mayhem, like me.
Sorry! He's a baby!
Fuel efficient? Check. High resale? Check. Award-winning? Check. All-wheel drive and room for pets? Check. Affordable? Double check. Compare the competition to a new Honda CUV starting at only $189 a month. When you compare, you know you want a Honda. Visit UtahHondaDealers.com.
Scientists say there are about 70 drugs that might be effective in treating the coronavirus. But already, some drugs are being improperly prescribed or hoarded even before they can be adequately tested. Usher Qureshi found out people who rely on the life-saving drugs for other ailments are now struggling.
Across the country, some people with chronic illnesses are finding their much-needed medications are on back order.
Your order's delayed, and we're working to resolve the issue.
One drug in short supply is Plaquenil, generically known as hydroxychloroquine sulfate. It's used to treat malaria and chronic rheumatic diseases.
It prevents them from having severe pain, from their arthritis from getting worse, from forming nodules. This is a daily medicine that these people absolutely need.
Erin Fox is with the American Society of Health System Pharmacists and maintains a list of nationwide drug shortages. She says 4 of the 8 producers of hydroxychloroquine are running out.
We've definitely seen a rapid increase in demand for this product. I think it's a frustrating problem, and I think it's really scary for those patients that rely on this medication day in and day out.
While the drug is not FDA approved as an off-label treatment option for novel coronavirus, it has already been touted by the president as a potential game changer.
Millions of units are ordered, and we're going to see what happens. We're going to be talking to the governors about it, and the FDA is working on it right now.
Last week, a French study of just 20 people reported 70% of coronavirus patients treated with Plaquenil after 6 days tested negative for the virus, compared to 12.5% of the control group. Hospitals across the nation have been stockpiling it as a precaution. The state of New York has already acquired 70,000 doses as part of its own drug trials to begin this week. But with no large-scale clinical data available, public health officials warn it's too early to know whether the drug is effective against coronavirus.
The information that you're referring to specifically is anecdotal. It was not done in a controlled clinical trial, so you really can't make any definitive statement about it.
Now we're even seeing hospitals call us to ask if we have this medication. I mean, this is a disaster.
LA-based online pharmacy Honeybee Health says they've been inundated with calls from doctors under pressure from patients insisting on prescriptions. Some physicians also trying to self-prescribe the drug due to the coronavirus scare.
We're seeing pharmacies hoard this medication. We're seeing doctors hoard this medication, and now at the patient level.
As a result, Honeybee Health is urging prescribers to be responsible and judicious to avoid misappropriating the drug.
There are patients out there who actually have lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, who need access to these medications. There just needs to be more responsibility on their part to calm patients' nerves rather than playing into the fear.
Reporting from Chicago, I'm Usher Qureshi.
Still to come, a special birthday surprise for a young Spanish Fork boy. See how his friends are celebrating his big day from far away.
Later in sports, Mike Trout on if and how Major League Baseball might recover from the delay in play, while a former BYU and Super Bowl safety checks up on fans while holed up at home. Hear from Daniel Sorensen.
Next Live, it's Monday.
I know a lot of people are confused as to what day it is.
With Issa Rae.
Monday at 10 a.m. on Fox 13.
I just want to find my sister.
But I know what we have to do. How would you like to meet my father?
Finally, I get to meet the special lady in your life.
The girl in the box, she was my sister. Where is she?
You need to leave this alone.
Prodigal Son. Monday at 8 on Fox 13.
When we face adversity, we find a way through it. It's about taking care of each other. It's the small parts that make a big difference. At Chevy, we promise to do ours. We're offering Chevy owners complimentary OnStar Crisis Assist services and Wi-Fi data. If you need a new Chevy, interest-free financing for 84 months with deferred payments for 120 days on many of our most popular models. You may even shop online and take delivery at home. It's just our way of doing our part.
I wish I'd never seen a cigarette in my entire life. I truly did. I wish I'd never ever seen one. Much less pick it up and smoke it.
The problem with hanging on to the past is when you're always looking back, you can't see what's coming. Forward collision warning with emergency braking assist. Standard on Sportage, Telluride, Sorento SX, and Seltos SX. Part of Kia's tough and ready lineup of SUVs. At Kia, we're committed to care, so we're offering 120 days of deferred payments and 0% APR for up to 72 months.
We're not saying you should come to Tulip Festival just for the social media pics, but we're not saying that either. Come get inspired by 300,000 tulips. Open Monday through Saturday at Thanksgiving Point. What makes the Thanksgiving Point tulip so special? Its vibrant color, its unique shape, its lovely aroma? Yes. See for yourself at Tulip Festival. Open Monday through Saturday at Thanksgiving Point.
Well, funny enough, they say laughter's the best medicine. And since we can't go to the theater, our Steve Oldfield thinks it's the right time to review his favorite comedies of all time. He begins with an older film that has the perfect title for these tough times.
A lot of us are feeling high anxiety at the moment, and Mel Brooks's classic movie is a great way to break the tension.
We're dealing with sick people here.
There's even some hilarious scenes with a nurse. Mel's other major movie is, of course, Blazing Saddles. I have friends who've watched it a dozen times or more, and it never gets old. Nicolas Cage and the Coen brothers delivered a cult classic about a kidnapped caper. They're on the run in Raising Arizona. Rat Race came into theaters just as the whole reality TV thing was getting red hot, a much wilder version of The Amazing Race. When it comes to more R-rated comedies, Deadpool and Borat top my list of favorites, along with the original Hangover and, of course, Anchorman. Speaking of Will Ferrell, if you're tired of seeing loved ones in their underwear, you've been warned that Will runs around in tighty-whities in Talladega Nights. He's also hilarious in Step Brothers with his partner in crime, John C. Reilly. More than a few parents will be able to relate to parenthood after this week of homeschooling. And then there's Sundance favorite Little Miss Sunshine about the kiddie pageant world.
Best of breed.
Speaking of pageants, how about one for pooches? Best in Show is by the same people who made one of only 2 comedies in my top 20 favorite movies of all time, Waiting for Guffman, about a big show in a small town. And my other favorite comedy is another way to break the tension for those who fear we're on the verge of a zombie apocalypse. The awesome Shaun of the Dead. Steve Oldfield, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Well, when you think of vehicle technology for kids, video players and power outlets may come to mind. Fox 13's Brian Champagne shows us big haulers that help with kids, but not with the usual distractions.
Sniffing your camera.
This horse belongs to Valerie Black and her family. They also have 3 trailers, so we asked them to see if the trailer tech on the F-250 Ford loaned us would help hooking up. Brent went first and nailed it.
You hook it up by yourself.
And then daughter Valerie.
I've backed into someone's van. I've scraped someone's truck trying to turn left, like merging into a lane, and then of course I've gotten my car totaled.
It asks you what you're towing and gives you a checklist. With all this tech, what could go wrong? Nothing.
Perfect, if I do say so myself.
We also borrowed a Toyota Sequoia TRD Pro. It's outfitted with special wheels, shocks, and skid plates.
Being the TRD Pro, all the extras are in the off-road capabilities, not some rear entertainment system. But we were wondering, could those off-road capabilities become the rear entertainment system?
So we filled it with neighbor kids back when you could,
Why'd you click pause?
to see if bumping and climbing could keep them entertained. Up a smaller hill, and then a bigger one.
This is awesome.
The youngest chose hill climbing over video player tech.
You can do that on your phone, but you're just wasting your time in the car instead of like being with friends and stuff.
The oldest was on his phone.
Barely.
Brian Champagne, Fox 13's Car Critic.
Still alive.
With so many events and gatherings that have been canceled due to the restrictions in place from COVID-19, today a special surprise visit for a little boy in Spanish Fork. Check it out.
Are you so excited? They're all going to come and see you.
Today is 4-year-old Jesse Jr.'s birthday, but his party was canceled due to the COVID-19 precautions in place. Instead, 4 patrol cars from Spanish Fork Public Safety came by Jesse's house. The officers blared their sirens and talked to him through the megaphone speaker. They even gave Jesse an Avengers toy and a Spanish Fork police patch. What a special day for Jesse. We wish him a very happy birthday as well.
And here's another story that will make you smile. People living at a Salt Lake City Senior Center got a colorful surprise this week. Take a look. Children and families that live near the Ridge Foothill Senior Living Community got together to take turns and color the sidewalks into art. The ground around 2363 South Foothill Drive shined with bright colors and messages of hope for the people who call the community home.
I just think they love seeing kids. They love seeing that the world is still turning and that we're all still enjoying ourselves and being creative with how we are able to interact with each other.
Workers at the senior community say a lot of the residents feel isolated right now, and things like this are important to show them that they are not totally cut off from the world.
Well, that's a nice gesture. The only bad thing about chalk is when the rain comes, it gets washed away. So how long do they have, Breck, before those cute messages might wash away with the rain?
Well, there's a chance that tomorrow they might see some brief showers that definitely could spread those colors around. I wish they had a chance to decorate the sidewalks maybe in a couple of days, because once we get beyond this next storm hitting tomorrow, we get an extended period with a break from the storms and a nice warm-up. Well, today temperatures across the state warmer than yesterday, but we still found average highs across the state below normal in comparison to where we should be for this time of year. We made it up to 60 degrees in Salt Lake City, in St. George today. Now we're down into the 50s, bringing in some clouds. That push of upper level moisture due to our next storm coming, or will be pushing its way through come tomorrow. Now, along the Wasatch Front, as we started off with snow, we had a little break throughout the afternoon, but then rain showers throughout the valley. Those showers have dissipated. Temperatures currently in the low 40s. We're going to be getting down to the 30s here with our overnight lows. Now, looking ahead, your outdoor play forecast. Yes, we do have some limitations of where we can go and what we can do, but we could still get outside. Tomorrow, with that possibility of some showers, I have a little yellow light in that those showers could interrupt your play. Monday, we look okay with some clouds around. Tuesday morning, we might see some showers, but as we head into Tuesday afternoon and thereafter, it's green lights as we look for the rest of the week, and I'll show you why in just a few moments. Again, as we look at the satellite radar across the state, we're not seeing any activity from radar. Beginning to see a little bit of activity near Vegas, making its move from the southwest to the northeast as those clouds will spread across the state in the overnight hours, all in preparation of the storm. Now, take a look at the storm. You're seeing light greens from radar. Nothing of heavy concern as far as precipitation is that storm is not well organized. It is bringing that moisture and a possibility of some light showers in the forecast for tomorrow. By the time the showers do get here, we're talking late afternoon into the evening, in that temperatures will be warm enough that once again we'll see rain, mainly for the valleys, mountain snow. And for tomorrow, as we look at our future cast, focusing in on the precipitation, you can see most of the showers will be across the mountains of central Utah. And then tomorrow afternoon into the evening, we'll see the valleys getting into the mix. With that, though, overnight, Sunday into Monday morning, we might potentially see a few snow flurries across some of the valley floors, just briefly, and then it moves on where temperatures do climb as we'll get back into the 50s along the Wasatch Front. And we're not stopping there. Let's focus in, though, for the next few hours as we look at your hour-by-hour forecast, where you can see increasing clouds as we head into tomorrow morning. Waking up, we'll find temperatures in the upper 30s, getting up to 40 degrees by 9 o'clock. You're not seeing the showers fall quite yet. It's really in the afternoon and then into the evening that we'll see that effect. Again, tomorrow's highs warmer, still slightly below normal. Mid-50s as we go from Ogden into Provo, low 50s in Logan, 40s over towards eastern Utah. The best threat of showers will be across the northwestern, southwestern Utah. And again, the focus will be throughout the afternoon. Now for St. George, once we get past that possibility of some brief showers, then it's clear and sunny and warming up, quickly climbing into some of the warmest temperatures of the year so far. Now for northern Utah, we'll see that warming trend. Maybe a few showers tomorrow, some morning showers Tuesday morning, then it's clear. And look, by the weekend, we'll be into the mid to upper 60s, close to 70 degrees. There's the spring you're looking for.
You know, we were supposed to be into our very first weekend of Major League Baseball before fate stepped in. Former B, Mike Trout, entering year number 10 now with Salt Lake's mothership. The Angels, the reigning American League MVP, has been spending the time away training at a Little League field down the road in L.A. and gave his thoughts on the challenges of eventually having to make up for lost time.
Obviously, we know that even if we get a start date, you're going to need 4 to 6 weeks for these pitchers to get back in order. Position players is not that difficult. Pitchers are they're going to have a tough time with this because especially starters, reliever guys can throw bullpens, but starting pitching's got to work the bullpens, work the pitch count, and that's going to be tough.
A couple of months ago, Daniel Sorensen was celebrating his Super Bowl crown with the rest of the Kansas City Chiefs. But hold up this week with the rest of us, Sorensen checked in with fans. He wasn't in Chiefs red, though. Try his other allegiance, Cougar Blue.
It's Dirty Dan Sorensen checking in with you guys from my basement. Just finished a workout. I wanted to let you know that my family and I are doing well. This is a difficult time for a lot of us. We are thinking of you, praying for you guys. But I am excited for football season, and we'll see you guys soon. In the meantime, I hope you're finding ways to exercise, to work up a sweat, push-ups, sit-ups, bench pressing your kids, whatever it takes. Exercise releases endorphins, and we need all those positive vibes right now.
Yeah, I like that advice. Just over the mountain, another member of the Colorado Avalanche has tested positive with the COVID-19. The hockey club not releasing a name associated with that, but we do know it's a second case on the roster. They joined the 2 members of the Ottawa Senators that tested positive last week. And we did have some horse racing today in Arkansas, albeit very quiet. Here's some of the early action from Oak Lawn. Of course, as you could perhaps tell from that call, there's no one in the stands. Let there be life across the sports world, even if it is with thoroughbreds. Morgan Vance with your sports report.
Road closed, huh? Is any road really closed for Quattro?
Go confidently with legendary Quattro all-wheel drive. Get exceptional offers on an Audi today.
Together, we must help our community stop the spread of COVID-19, also known as coronavirus. The best way we can do this is to follow social distancing guidelines by staying home whenever possible and staying at least 6 feet away from other people. We have the power to protect ourselves from contracting COVID-19 by avoiding close contact with others, not touching your face, washing your hands, coughing into your elbow, and disinfecting surfaces.
Nothing is more important than family, especially in uncertain times. In response to the recent world events, we're taking steps to protect our family with Hyundai Assurance. When you buy or lease a new Hyundai between now and April 30th, we'll cover your payments for up to 6 months in the event you lose your job this year due to COVID-19. Plus, 0% APR financing to well-qualified buyers on select vehicles with deferred payments for 4 months. Hyundai Assurance, because making things better for your family is our first priority.
The key to winning the battle against those spring and summer weeds is having pre-emergent fertilizer down early in the spring. IFA's Step 1 fertilizer is formulated locally for the Intermountain West. The pre-emergent ensures that you won't grow new weeds throughout the season. Step 1 will give you a deep green lawn. Come in today and let our experts help you get a great-looking lawn.
Apply IFA Step 1 fertilizer with crabgrass and spurge preventer now. IFA Country Stores, helping to grow the things you love.
If you're like us, your car is a part of you, not just because it takes you places, but because it carries you through the unforgettable moments of your life. That's why it deserves Burt Brothers. We care about cars and the people who build their lives around them. We do it better than anyone else, and we'll keep doing it as long as people like you are making memories on life's roads. Because cars are more than just how we get from here to there. They're how we got from there to here. Burt Brothers.
Cameras, sensors, Audi presents, not much is sneaking up on us.
Thanks for waiting.
Intelligence that can stay a step ahead of you. Get exceptional offers on an Audi today.
Catch Booming Forward on Fox 13's Live at 4.
When we face adversity, we find a way through it. It's about taking care of each other. It's the small parts that make a big difference. At Chevy, we promise to do ours. We're offering Chevy owners complimentary OnStar Crisis Assist services and Wi-Fi data. If you need a new Chevy, interest-free financing for 84 months with deferred payments for 120 days on many of our most popular models. You may even shop online and take delivery at home. It's just our way of doing our part.
Finally on Fox 13, Busch Beer wants to help dogs looking for a home, and they've got a pretty good offer going. Anyone who fosters a dog from Midwest Animal and Rescue Services during isolation will get a $100 gift card to cover 3 months of beer from the beer company. All people have to do is adopt or foster a dog through Mars, submit the details to Busch, and collect your cash.
I mean, even if you don't want the beer, you want the dog.
Give the gift card away to someone else who will want it.
You're home already.
I don't think that's the pure motivation there to get a dog.
Thanks for watching Fox 13 News at 9. Quick Cast is coming up next. Have a good night.